Welcome back. Having the Space Coast being part of Central Florida, we often cover launches and talk about astronauts making the trip to space.
I know, it's become commonplace, like a story we have almost
every day. Did you watch that rocket yesterday?
Right. Now you can get an even closer look, though. News 6 insider Crystal Moyer is taking us behind the scenes of a new experience at the Orlando Science Center that's getting you closer to the stars.
Love a good science center.
Oh yeah, Kirsten and Candace, after being closed to the public for over a year, the observatory is back open at the Orlando Science Center for a personalized stargazing experience.
This is actually the largest publicly accessible refractor scope in Central Florida.
And it's here at the Orlando Science Center. Driving by the Science Museum off Princeton Street, you'll notice the large silver dome on the roof. It's not for looks, it's part of the observatory protecting this $1 million telescope.
For viewing things in outer space, this is going to do you just fine. You'll be able to see some really crisp detail on some of the more favorite objects like Saturn, the Orion Nebula, things like that.
This observatory reopened after being off limits to the public for a year and a half due to COVID-19.
When we have general open observatory time, when we're filtering hundreds of people in through an hour, we have to stick the scope on one object, and we kind of just look at that one object through the night.
Now it's back open only for private experiences, giving guests more time exploring space and learning about different telescopes.
It's really just more intimate, and we get to, actually communicate more. We get to showcase different parts of the scope, different parts of the sky. The planetarium experience can be more customized to what you want to actually look at.
Space enthusiasts like Spencer Jones will be there to answer any questions and guide you through the nighttime experience that includes stargazing through the lenses of a refractor telescope.
We actually have to go up to the scope deck, which is one of my favorite spots. We gather all that light, we focus it up, we magnify it, and it's pretty amazing. Some of my favorites are Saturn. Gives me like an existential crisis every time I see it, because you're literally seeing like the rings and the gap in the rings with your actual eyeballs. It's very different than seeing a picture or a video.
The experience is tailored to any age and lasts about an hour. The first half in the observatory, looking at the night sky. The second half in the planetarium, observing what isn't visible through a telescope.
We have a bubble of light here in Orlando that prevents us from seeing a lot of objects. When you're in Orlando, you can only see a few stars at a time. But the planetarium allows us to see Orlando's night sky without all that light pollution.
What an incredible experience. You could book a group of up to 10 people. And what I like about this new experience is that you basically have the observatory to yourself. It's a very intimate experience and just breathtaking. The detail that you can see when it comes to planets that are more than 700 million miles away. Yeah, you can learn more about this experience and find pricing information on this story. Click orlando.com/insider only, ladies.
I'm sensing a Friends reunion style engagement happening there.
I heard about engagements. They do have engagements there a lot, and some people put up a table and they have dinner out there, so they will accommodate you.
I know, they do a lot of fun date night things, and we also noticed the red lighting in there. What was the mood lighting about, Crystal?
So I asked that question too. I'm not sure if it's mood lighting, but it's because when you're looking at the night sky, it's dark, and the red lights allow your eyes to stay adjusted to the dark for better night vision. So as you can imagine, you're there at night, so you have to make sure your eyes are good enough to see through the telescopes. Pretty cool.
It's maybe like the red rooms, like in photography back in the day when you actually used to have film and stuff. That's so cool. And the Science Center is just so great. I mean, whether you want to do the observatory or take the kids, it's also a great little gift to give them annual passes.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're thinking of something creative, some of those experiences for the kids, that's a good spot. Crystal, thank you.